The Shattered God King's army. They are Sigmar immortal warriors, forged from the souls of heroes, sent to save the mortal realms from chaos. But what if every time Stormcast Eternal dies and returns, they lose a piece of their soul? What if the god of death is playing both Sigmar and Chaos against each other? And what if Chaos already achieved total victory and everything we see now is just the aftermath? These are Age of Sigmar 3 darker secrets, and by the end of this video you'll never see the setting the same way again. Let's start with Sigmar's greatest weapon, the Stormcast Eternal. When a mortal hero dies, Sigmar can capture their soul and reforge them into an immortal warrior. And when they fall in battle, their soul returns to Azir, Sigmar realm, when they reforge and sent back to fight again. Sounds perfect, right? But here's the problem. Every time a Stormcast is reforged, they lose something. Memory fades, emotion dulls, and their personality erodes. Take for example the Lord Relictor of Angels. He's been reforged so many times that he barely remembers his mortal life. He knows that he had a family, a name, a purpose beyond war, but those memories are far gone, burned away in the reforging process. And he's not alone. Entire Stormhost army, they've been reforged so many times that they've become hollow, cold, more weapon than person. And the darkest part is that Sigmar knows that this is happening, and he continues anyway, because he needs warriors, and the mortal realms are dying, so the Stormcast are slowly losing their humanity with every death. Now let's talk about the god of death, Nagash, the supreme lord of the undead. In the Age of Myth, Nagash made a deal with Sigmar, an alliance. Nagash would control every death across the mortal realms. In exchange, he'd help defend against chaos. But Nagash doesn't make deals, he makes traps. And here's what Nagash actually did. During the Necroquake, a catastrophic magical event, Nagash attempted to bind every soul in the mortal realm to himself using the Black Pyramid. Not just the dead, every single soul. That includes the Stormcast. Think about it. When a Stormcast dies, their soul travels back to Azir for reforging, but Nagash controls death, so he controls every passage of every soul. What if Nagash is slowly claiming pieces of Stormcast souls during that journey? What if every reforging doesn't just erase memories, it gives Nagash fragments of their essence? The lore confirms that Nagash sees the Stormcast as an insult. They are souls that should belong to him. And here's the terrifying implication. If Nagash is stealing slowly the Stormcast souls, then Sigmar's greatest weapon is slowly becoming Nagash's greatest army. Imagine thousands of Stormcasts reforged so many times they're barely human, suddenly answering to the god of death instead of the god king. But even Nagash's ambitions pale compared to what already happened. The mortal realms exist because of the total chaos victory. Let me take you back to the end times. Before Age of Sigmar, there was the old world. The Warhammer fantasy setting, basically. Empires, kingdoms, ancient races, and then Archaon, the ever-chosen came. Archaon united all four chaos gods, Khorne, Tzeentch, Nurgle, Slanesh, under one banner. He conquered Norsca, destroyed the Northern Dwarf, obliterated Kislev, and finally he reached Altdorf, the capital of the empire. The forces of order tried everything. The Emperor Karl Franz became the incarnate of light, Teclis wielded the winds of magic, Nagash raised the dead, Tyrion fought with the sword of Cain, and they all failed. Archaon didn't just win a battle, it destroyed reality itself. The old world was consumed, every kingdom fell, every hero died or fled, the entire planet was shut into the realm of chaos. Sigmar survived by clinging to the core of the old world, a fragment of metal that became Malus, the broken world. He drifted through the void until he found the mortal realms. But here's the secret. The mortal realms aren't a new beginning, they're just a refugee camp. Everything in the Age of Sigmar, the Stormcast, the cities, the alliances, exists because Chaos already achieved total victory. He didn't just conquer the world, he's basically destroyed it. And yes, Archaon is still out there, still leading the ever-chosen armies, still hunting Sigmar across the realms, because to Archaon the mortal realms aren't a new world to conquer, they are unfinished business. But what most people don't realize is that Chaos found the mortal realms. For centuries, during the what's so-called the Age of Chaos, Archaon and his armies conquered 6 of the 8 realms. Only Azir, Sigmar's realm, remained free, and only because Sigmar sealed the gates and hid. That's right, Sigmar, the God King, hid, while chaos enslaved entire populations. While Korn's followers built school pyramids of the size of a mountain, while Nurgle turned the entire realms into plague gardens, while Zich twisted reality himself, Sigmar hid in Azir and forged the Stormcast Eternals. And when he finally emerged, when he finally launched his crusade to reclaim the mortal realms, it wasn't a triumphal return, it was a desperate gamble, because Chaos had already won, again. So here's why this is the Age of Sigmar darkest secret. The Stormcasts are losing their soul because Sigmar has no other choice. He's already lost once, he can't afford to lose again. Nagash is playing both sides because he knows Order is doomed. He's preparing for the moment where Chaos wins again, so he can claim whatever is left. And Chaos? Chaos is just finishing what he started. The mortal realms aren't a triumph. They are the last stand of a god who's already lost once and might lose again. This entire setting, every battle, every hero, every sacrifice, exists in the shadow of Archaon's total victory. And this looks like to be inevitable. Archaon already destroyed one world. Oceans boiled into the void. The sky tore open and rained demons. Old enemies become allies, but this wasn't enough. The entire planet was consumed, and this was truly horrifying. Archaon didn't do this for conquest, he did it for the spite, like he wanted to teach a lesson. And Sigmar, the only one who survived, didn't build the mortal realm to create a new empire. He built them because he had nowhere else to go. Before we close, if you're enjoying these deep dives in Warhammer lore, hit the subscribe button. I'm breaking down the darkest secrets across Warhammer 40k and Age of Sigmar. So there you have it. Secret number 1. The Stormcasts are slowly becoming hollow shells. Secret number 2. Nagash might be stealing their soul piece by piece. And secret number 3. This entire setting exists because Chaos already won. Which secret disturbs you the most? Vote in the comment. Secret 1, 2 or 3. Also let me know, do you think Sigmar has a chance against Archaon this time? And if this video hits 100 votes, I'll make a follow-up exploring the darkest implication of the winning secret. Thanks for watching, and remember, in the mortal realms, even immortality has a price.